What is going on, YouTube? Thank you all so much for checking in to another video in the kicker series that we are going through. If y'all saw, we first had the regular kicker comp, then we had the setup from that, which is the comp C. So that means today we have next up the comp VR. So we're gonna test this thing out, run it through its paces, and see how it does. We'll see if it's worth the extra step up in price from the comp and the comp C. Stay tuned. Guys, thank y'all so much for checking in to another video. Thank you for checking in to this kicker series that I am going through at the moment. We're going through all the regular 12-inch kicker subs, except I'm probably not going to go through the shallow mount subs, just because I don't really do shallow mounts on this channel a lot. But yes, we had the regular comp, the comp C, now the comp VR, and then we're going to have the comp R. But let's get into this guy right here. Now, before I get into it, guys, if you all could please smash that like button. That helps me out so much. It allows me to buy all these subs. Kicker is not sending me any of this stuff. I'm paying for all this out of pocket. So if y'all could smash that like button, that helps out a lot. If you enjoy this content and you want to follow the rest of the series and many other insane videos that are going to come up on this channel this coming year, please subscribe. That also helps out more than you guys know. I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much. Let's get into looking at this sub. First off, as I've mentioned in the other videos, Kicker always makes a nice looking box. And over here, they kind of show the optimal RMS power rating, which they have at about 400 watts RMS, as opposed to the Comp C that was 300 watts. Now, what's really neat is they give you a cutout right here, so you can place this over your box, trace it out, and cut out the hole if you're building a custom box. That is really nice. The others had a punch out, but this actually has it already cut out, so that is really handy. We get some kicker stickers, and then we get a cool little manual, actually a little booklet here. Let's take a quick look at this. To go over how to wire up a sub in parallel or series. We have the CVR 12. The FS is 32.6 hertz. RMS 400 watts. Sensitivity is 86.9 dB. Here are some of the other specs if you want to see that. The X-Max on this one is 14 millimeters. As opposed to the 10.3 that I believe the other two were. And we have the outer diameter, mounting depth, and all that. And the frequency response is 25 to 500. And then over here, they give you some dimensions for building a box. This says we can go from 1.75 to 2.25 for the optimal box space. So we will be right perfectly in there. My box is 2 cubic feet. All right, here is the sub. Of course, we have that nice red stitching setting it apart from the other subs. Now, I actually had a Comp VR in my Subaru. I had a 10-inch back a couple years ago, and I had that thing for quite a while, and I really liked it. Overall, it was a great little sub, so excited to be testing out another one for y'all. We'll give y'all a little look around at this thing. We definitely have a bigger looking motor, and then we have all the terminals kind of at each corner here, so that's kind of neat. Now, this sub definitely resembles the regular comp. We have the same style cone / dust cap up here, as you would see here. We have the same style plastic cover around here. We have the same basket. We have the same boot over the motor. However, this guy definitely has a bigger motor on it, so that is really good. And then I'll show y'all in a minute. There's actually some different venting going on in here. And of course, this is a dual voice coil as opposed to this being a single voice coil sub. And this does have a bigger voice coil as well. Let's get a look up at this thing. As I said, very similar cones up here. Plastic, of course, very similar surrounds. However, this surround does stick up a little bit higher than this guy. That could be because this is broken in and it sank a little bit. I'm not sure, but this surround does stick up a little bit more. We do have the red stitching as opposed to we have the white stitching here and the yellow stitching here. And then down in here, you see we have some venting holes right in through there, which is kind of neat. We do not have those on the regular comp. And I believe this is a 1.5-inch coil. And I believe this is a 2-inch coil. Y'all can go fact check me on that. But the coil definitely is bigger here. And then, of course, we have our tinsel leads sewn into the spider there. And we do have 4 of them because this is a dual voice coil sub. And then we have that big old motor down there. Quickly compare this to the Comp C as well. As you can see, the motor here, a good deal bigger and just a much different sort of build. But both are dual voice coils. However, I do believe this guy, again, has a bigger... I do believe this guy has a bigger 2-inch voice coil as opposed to this guy having a 1.5-inch as well as the regular Comp. Well, this definitely looks like a nice upgrade over the regular Comp for sure, and also over the Comp C. This looks like an overall a little bit tougher and more robust sub, having that bigger voice coil and bigger motor. So really excited to see how this thing does. We're going to throw this in my box and get the testing her out. Now, I always get people saying, oh, the sub would have done better in a better box, blah, blah, blah. Guys, this box is 2 cubic feet, tuned to 34 hertz, so it should be absolutely perfect for this particular sub. Let's get this guy in there and get the testing her. Well, it definitely can handle more power than the others, and having that little bit of extra excursion really does seem to help with the output and just overall performance of the sub. So overall, definitely more impressed with it than the others. Again, it's only a $120 sub here, so far doing pretty good. But let's run it through some tests. We're going to do a dB test, see how loud we can get this thing, and then we're going to do our musical RMS test, see if it'll make it through a full song as close to its RMS power as we can keep it and just see how it does. We seem to get the best response at 45 hertz. So let's go ahead and put that through it, see how it does. Puts about 700 watts through her. And look at that, 136.9. Almost 1300 watts. We got a 137.1. 500 watts there. And a 137.2. We seem to be kind of maxing out, but let's give it another shot. 3800 watts. Wow, look at that, 138.9. Maxed out pretty bad there, but look at that, 5,447 watts. And we got a 139.5. Just shy of 140 dB on a little 400 watt kicker sub. Not bad at all. This thing definitely can take some power. Kickers, of course, are made exceptionally well. The R&D they've put into these things over the years is just insane, especially compared to a lot of other companies. But yeah, I'd say overall, not too bad. Well, let's get into the musical RMS test. My overall opinion is it is definitely a decent sub, definitely tougher than the last two subs that I have shown, and having that extra X-Max, in my opinion, really did seem to help with the overall performance of the sub. So I was pretty happy with it, especially having one of these back in the day in my Subaru. It was cool to have another one, and when I had that one, it lasted me over a year of me pushing on it pretty good on like a 1,000 watt RMS amp. So overall, decently impressed with this guy. If you love kicker, you're gonna love this sub, and it's definitely not bad at all for the price. But if you're not absolutely just in love with kicker, I would definitely at least make sure you look at some of your other options. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. Would you spend your money on this guy? And do you think it's worth the extra money as opposed to the Kicker Comp C? Let me know what y'all think, guys, and I cannot wait to get the Kicker Comp R review out to you. So stay tuned for that. If you want to pick up this Kicker sub or the box that was used in this video, I will have links in the description below. Those are affiliate links, so if you do, click on those and it brings you to Amazon or eBay, and you purchase something after clicking on those links, a little bit of that commission goes to me, which just helps out the channel more than you guys know. Anyway, y'all, I really, really appreciate you guys. Please, please stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and y'all keep basing on.